In what was only a matter of time, the Fightin' Phils now have 2 players with 30 home runs or more for the first time in their 50-year history. That, of course, comes with a huge night from Dylan Cousins, who knocked 3 out of the park here at First Energy Stadium for his 30th career home run. Now he almost broke another record for most RBIs in a game. That record's 8. He finished the game with 7.
And with that, we check into the third member of our broadcast team on the sidelines, Gwen Begley.
Thank you, Dave and Matt. Now, this is a game that Steel FC certainly has had circled on their calendar since April 10th, that 4-0 loss against New York Red Bulls 2 over in Harrison, New Jersey. Now, if we look back on that game, a game we'd like to forget, but obviously we have to remember, some of those guys were very young at that point. Josh Yarrow, that was only his 3rd pro start. He's had 4 MLS appearances now. Austin Trusty, he was still very young at that moment. So we've had a lot of guys that have had their first starts and appearances since that. One of the best examples of that is Samir Bader. I spoke with him on Thursday. He said he's excited that the Bethlehem Steel FC's core group is finally getting together. They were finally first together last week in their game against Rochester. So I also spoke with Jay Cooney, the goalkeeping coach, on Thursday, and he said to expect a better effort from this team. They're better equipped to handle the pressure that New York Red Bulls 2 is able to put out. Thanks, guys. Back to you in the booth. Some players have trouble making that leap from college to pro, but that hasn't been the case for Crandall, who seems to have had little trouble making the transition, now putting himself at the top of the scoring race for not only the team with 15 points throughout 12 games, but for all rookies in the ECHL. Thank you, Dave. I hope you're staying cool up there. I saw you had a fan, and I'm a little bit jealous of it. But as the players take their hydration break, this is a completely day and night as compared to the team we saw on Thursday. Of course, Bibbs and Anderson got their first start back on the back line. They're going to get a little more comfortable with each other. Their offense, Bethlehem Steel's offense, has struggled a little bit this season. They're tied for 6th fewest in the USL with 19 goals. Last game, 7 shots. Only 3 of those were on target. So a completely different team today. The offense is clicking. James Chambers, of course, he has 27 shots so far this season. He's yet to get the monkey off his back. Maybe we'll see that today. And of course, Derek Jones now leads the team in goals with his 4th today. So obviously a big difference from Thursday, and hopefully we'll see more as we continue in this game. Back to you up top. Well, Good Shepherd Pediatrics has been holding this soccer clinic for the past couple of years during the World Cups. This year for Copa America is the first time they're able to unite with Top Soccer, the area's only club fully dedicated to providing soccer opportunities for children with special needs. Thanks, guys. Long time no see. Finally back from that 5-game road trip, almost 2 months that encompassed. Now, their last game obviously was not their best against Toronto FC 2. I talked to Coach Brendan Berg prior to the game. He said that game, aside from any other this season, was the one he was most disappointed in by the entire group. He said they came out flat, and that could have been because they were tired, but he thinks that they can do better than that. And obviously with this team, Pittsburgh only has 2 wins, but Toronto only had 3 wins. And he thinks Pittsburgh is a stronger group. Their leading scorer has 5 goals. Our leading scorer has 3. Ryan Richter, of course, is that holder of that record. As you can see, it's going to be a little loud here in Schnecksville as kids gear up all week long, preparing for the championship races on Saturday. Some kids have tasted victory before, while others are looking for their very first Speed King crown. Thank you, guys, holding on to that early goal from Corey Burke. Obviously, you had some great chances there, just missing that one up high above the crossbar. Talk about your team's production tonight.
Yeah, I think we came out with energy, and we played probably arguably one of our best halves of football in the first half. Like, I thought we passed the ball well, we moved it well, and we got the goal, which we deserved. We probably should have wrapped the game up a little bit earlier on. I don't think they threatened us that much, but it's nice to get back home after the road trip and get 3 points to kick off the month.
Now, is this the kind of the perfect response that you guys wanted from that Toronto game? Second in the standings with 8 wins and only 3 losses, South Parkland dominates over 3rd place Emmaus after losing to them 6-2 just 2 days ago. The Bats were finding contact tonight, and hopefully that carries over to their game on Thursday against Salisbury, a team that's only registered 1 win and 10 losses so far this season, one of those coming from South Parkland.